Good afternoon, Mr. Widojo. Today's presentation is managing a transport and logistics business unit, OLTL and IAJ. I'll also be talking about the merger, and as I go through the slide, I'll explain all the different areas that we need to look at to ensure that this merger is successful, and also our short, medium and long-term strategies fit in. Now, the first thing we need to identify is our existing customers, our agents, local carriers, contract customers, one-off customers, but also I've recognised our main locations are also our customers. And as you can see, basically detailing what each of them do. In particular, this one gets overlooked, but our main locations are our customers. They provide urgent freight service between our three locations, and very importantly, our three operations managers. They ensure the smooth coordination of vehicles, loads and drivers. They ensure our customer needs are met, and they also ensure that our operations comply with all relevant regulations. How to improve customer service? After collecting and analysing, how to gather feedback? We'll ask our customers what OLTL does well, what OLTL could improve. This one's very important because we've got to be mindful that it doesn't impact on loyalty. We could think we're improving things, but if it's going to impact on our loyalty from our customers, then it's going to be detrimental. What the customer likes about us and how can be done better. A couple of other things there. Obtaining feedback will be achieved by using information already collected from performance measures, metrics. Very important that we have those measures and metrics in place. Also, informal communication with our customers, talking to our customers. Observations and formal assessments, surveys, benchmarking against our competitors, and best practice organisations. Very important. And also do our research, market research. When collecting this information, we as an organisation need to be aware that the information relates to the customer's perception of quality, not necessarily what we, OLTL, might perceive as a quality service. How to improve customer service? Now, these are the metrics here on the left-hand side, and this is what they measure. After collecting and analysing data and obtaining customer feedback, we can identify improvements to increase the level of our customer service. To improve customer service, we need to make sure we have a range of these metrics in place. It's essential, especially, I'll just go through these now. Order availability, the product group availability, cases and units available, order cycle time, the order entry completion time, order processing time. This one, very important. They're all important, but this one in particular I like. Response time to inquiries, answering calls, responding to our customers. Email, via fax, error rates, order errors, delivery errors. How to improve customer service? We'll also implement a cradle-to-grave service. This will eliminate inefficiency, reducing costs, improving service to our customers' customers. I feel this is a win-win and a quick win because it could be implemented quickly and at a minimal cost to us, Mr. Widojo. Collaborative customer service. To improve customer service, OLTL could focus on collaborative customer service. This is maintained by a customer advisory board consisting of 10 of our customers that could roll around, and the customer service could be improved by these things that I've mentioned here. Do you have any questions, Mr. Widojo? It's pretty self-explanatory. And we can keep abreast of where we're investing our resources, and determining our customers' needs is our first priority. Obtaining new customers. We can tap into new customers I feel that we get more value out of existing companies than actually going out and finding new ones. They're tried and tested, especially our high-performing, well-paying customers. Collaboration, we can obtain it through integrating OLTL into IAJ's demand-driven supply chain management strategy. And this will stimulate more sales opportunities. We can network, being genuine and expanding on our current contracts. We can use trade shows, conferences, especially in the Asian region, a lot of diversity, big economies coming online, China, Korea, Japan, and we're well placed to create opportunities for networking, promoting us to new customers. Social media, another big one. It's definitely the way of the future. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Essential that we use these to tap in to these markets. They're low cost, but far-reaching in its implications. Part B. This is the SWOT analysis of the business. Breaking it down in strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Listing our strengths, I'll just go through this briefly. We've got depots in 3 major Australian cities. We've got smaller regional distribution centres. We've got a fleet of B-doubles, semi-trailers and rigids. We're able to transport a variety of freight by sea, by air, local carriers. We provide a 24-hour service. I feel our weakness is we've got a lot of ageing resources that we'll need replacing over the next 3 years, which will take considerable investment. But we've got a lot of opportunities. Double our turnover in the next 5 years. Upgrading our resources, that is an opportunity. We're prepared to invest, and an opportunity is to integrate OLTL into IAJ's business plan. Also an opportunity to transport live cattle. We've seen the trade agreements that are happening between Japan and in particular China, Indonesia. There's a big market there, so I think we're well placed. That's an exciting opportunity. Threats, a lack of depots. We could look into Northern Australia, ties in with this. Our resources nearing the end of their life, but these, I'm going to detail how we can combat these and take advantage of the strengths and opportunities. Our pest analysis, it just goes into more detail. Social, economic, market trade cycles. Political, we need to be aware of laws, political stability. Renewable energy targets that keep coming up with different governments, and political stability, turnover PMs, China free trade agreements over here, growth of trade agreements, social demographic trends, population shifts to Northern Australia and Queensland in particular, technology. Can be more cost effective to invest in high technology machinery to process cattle and packages than hiring hundreds of people. So along with the SWOT analysis, it will enable us to spot business opportunities, threats, adapt practices and question existing assumptions. Okay, the solutions. Solutions to our strengths will be obtaining, tapping into new customers, provide ongoing training of operations managers, personnel to ensure customers' needs are met and our operations comply with all relevant regulations. Weaknesses, implement a strategy to replace our ageing resources with a 3-year time frame. We've got a plan. We can easily combat that weakness there. There's a bit of a spelling mistake there. I'll have to get on the secretary about that one. But that is weaknesses. Adopting a disposal strategy, very important. We can look at a spend analysis and a supply market analysis process to quantify the impacts on the approaches that we'll take in that. We can collaborate with other supply chain partners, logistics providers, or we can purchase or take over competitors, and that will enable us to get a foothold base in Northern Australia with our live cattle and chemicals divisions. Opportunities, the solutions will be double the turnover 5 years by planning improvements, by tapping into existing customers. We use metrics here to measure our performance. It's easier to squeeze more value out of existing customers, word of mouth, referrals, developing stronger ties with our existing customers. Our threats. Lack of depots in other areas of Australia and overseas locations. Well, that was identified in weaknesses. Collaborate, purchase, take over. Replacing aging resources. Well, that can be combated through our disposal strategy, using specifications to purchase resources. For example, material, functional, production, purchasing specification, etc. Fluctuating fuel oil prices. Environmental pressures. Well, we've got live cattle exports, renewable energy targets, and global national economy. Review of our existing resources. Reviewing our existing resources, I've broken them into different groups: finance, workforce, and plant equipment and mobility. Finance, we're a solid financial health through our mix of services. We've got a mix of ongoing scheduled contract customers, and we've got the ability to use debt and cash flow financing. We can analyse our cost structure as to assets and overheads, and we need to focus at customer size and volume, and we need to look at other buy costs. And knowing our costs will help us to analyse where to invest. Workforce. Our workforce is highly skilled and enables us to provide the key niche services, for example, our 24-hour customer service, our freight service. A recruitment strategy will need to be implemented to build on our existing workforce to meet and exceed our new requirements. Plant equipment meets existing requirements. Our future requirements will need investment as our fleet ages. We've mentioned that before. To determine if our fleet can be replaced with another. Sustainability. Mobility. Can the fleet be deployed to another part of the business? Great cost saving there. If so, we can protect them and retain them, their value within our business, lowering the costs of our upgrade. Mobility, this will be integrated with our disposal strategy, shipping consolidation, collaboration, and a takeover of our competitors. Part D, our objectives, is understanding the operating environment. Well, we've got depots in 3 major cities and regional distribution centres, transportation of freight, our close relation with agents, defining our business objective, what is the desired outcome for us. We'll formulate strategies to obtain these objectives, our recruitment strategy to recruit logisticians and our drivers, shipment consolidation strategy, a disposal strategy, collaborative customer service, cradle to grave customer service, and lean principles. Very important. We'll then have design controls. All stakeholders, reviews, will develop a communication plan. We review strategies, monthly, quarterly assessments, annual updates, and an action plan. We need an action plan, Mr. Jojo. That will determine and outline how we're going to go about this. This one I'm excited about. Design scorecards, dashboard development, give us real-time outlooks and a view on our business. And then adjust as necessary, make the necessary